What's up, everybody? You're tuned in to the Fantasy Couch podcast. We're just live streaming in the beginning of the show while we are in OT, and we're just going to be chilling, watching the show, talking, and we'll start the actual podcast soon as the game is over. But I don't want to, I don't want to be answering questions and talking about our podcast content while a big time game is going on. So yeah, hopefully people will join in and kind of watch along with us. But we're just going to be watching the game, commentating on it while it's going on. Yeah, watch party. So far it's the three of us. No, we're on Facebook and Twitter. So there's probably some people.
It's been a good game though so far, right?
It's been a weird game that I actually found kind of boring until towards the end a little bit.
Yeah.
When it started getting kind of heated up, right? Tyreek Hill got a touchdown. They finally put Eckler in. He got a touchdown. And then the game really, before that, it was, I'd say, extremely weird with going forward on fourth down every time.
Yeah, how many times? Four in a row, I think, by the Chargers.
Yeah, someone just pointed out. Attempts. Yeah, Tyreek Hill on the bench for OT. We got it muted, so Amar, tell us what's going on. He seems to be in pain or something.
Well, it's nice that he already put up 30 points for his fantasy owners in playoff week.
I made a trade for Tyreek 2 weeks ago.
Good for you, Mike.
Yeah, so it ruined my playoffs. So basically, because of that trade, I didn't make playoffs.
Oh, because you didn't make
playoffs?
Well,
my watch told me Travis Kelce.
No, because he's been doing bad the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, he has terrible.
Yeah. So if I didn't make that trade, I would have made playoffs. But since I made it,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
I mean, he's extremely inconsistent, but he's one of the guys that did stay healthy and didn't get on the COVID reserve.
But this is like what I wanted to trade for, like this version of him, and he never did it until now, which is too late.
Amar has the Chiefs giving 3 tonight, so he wants the touchdown here to seal the win, I'm assuming, and get that. It's the first possession, right?
That would be a push if they, right?
If they kick a field goal,
yeah,
he's got to get the touchdown here.
Well, a push isn't a push. You live another day, so it's not bad.
Oh, I guess they're trying to go for the touchdown, but they might not get it. I mean, they might have to settle for a butt kick, and then if they don't come back and score, then it's a push.
I got Mahomes and Butker in Dynasty, so I really hoping for a Mahomes TD.
So Tyreek is a big play.
Hey! Watch out! Hey!
Is he trying to fight his own player? Like
no. Was that a late hit?
No.
That's close. That's very close. That's like
a late push. I don't think it was a hit, but it was definitely a push. He was still in
bounds. He slowed down.
He did.
That's the move RG3 made, but RG3 would complain after.
Yeah,
he'd complain and write a book.
Looks like Kelce touchdown.
No,
Kelce touchdown.
I don't think so.
I'm slightly delayed. I wonder which one. Who's more
sorry,
delayed?
I might have spoiled it for you.
Wait, really?
Sleeper updates. I'm watching sleeper updates.
Oh, I'm super delayed. Me and Mike are on the same delay. We're just in sync like that.
Kelce already won the game on sleeper.
God.
And Amar won his bet, so congrats.
Wow.
The big cover.
Big cover. Big brother. Big cover.
Wow.
Cheers to you, Amar.
Kelce Edwards-Helaire touchdown.
Wow.
What
a walk-off.
Hold on, I gotta text my son. My son has Kelce.
Drew, it was a yak touchdown.
Oh, it was a yak monster?
Yeah, it was a big yak touchdown. Yeah.
Oh man.
He weaved.
I'm putting 17 exclamation points after Kelce.
How many yards was that? 65? How many yards?
Sleeper.
Wow. Yeah. He made some
34.
moves, right?
Sleeper give him 34
I counted
yards.
the wrong way.
And a touchdown for 10.4 on that single play. So let's just recap. Kelce finished the game with a total of 41.1 standard.
Wow.
PPR points in the league. And then Tyreek finished with 32.8. So pretty good.
Let's just start the podcast. Take that off. Really, let's just start the pod. We can talk about this game on the podcast. Let's start. Yeah. All right. Let me do 3 claps and we'll start. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Couch podcast. We're talking Chiefs Chargers. We're talking COVID reserve list because we have to. We're talking blockbuster trade in my dynasty league that we're going to vote on live to see if I accept it right here, right now on the live podcast stream. I mean,
that sounds crazy.
We got a lot going on, and big shout out to our sponsor, Monkey Knife Fight. Thank you, Monkey Knife Fight, for helping keeping the dream alive. So, thoughts on this game to start off with? Like I was saying before we started, like I was kind of bored of the game. Like I just wasn't feeling it. But then Eckler touchdown, Tyreek Hill touchdown, like it started to kind of turn into the game that I hoped, and I got really excited about it. And I mean, it didn't disappoint all the way down to OT. Travis Kelce, big yak touchdown. What was that? 34-yard touchdown.
Yep. 34.
Hey, man, that was a pretty good game. A lot of fantasy points this game.
Yeah, the quarterbacks played good too. I know Mike's a big Herbie fan, and Mahomes had 3 touchdowns and 400 yards passing.
I'm going against him in Empire League. It's not good, not great. But,
going against who?
But I'm going against Mahomes.
But you have Herbie.
I do have Herbie, and he had Mike Williams, but Mike Williams didn't do that great. So it's a wash.
3 catches, 49 yards.
Yeah, it's a wash.
Herbie scored 3 total touchdowns. Just to recap it: 2 passing, 1 rushing. He did throw an interception, and he had 236 yards passing.
Ooh, Mahomes. Mahomes. 6-point touchdown.
Yeah, he did
lead.
Nice.
Ooh, I got Mahomes and Bucker in Dynasty. I'm going against Keenan Allen.
That wasn't too bad, though.
The dummy benched him.
No way.
Yeah,
19.8 points on the bench.
He benched him. Yeah, and his starters are okay. Like I think you would have to start him because he's got McLaurin questionable, Hollywood Brown questionable, Van Jefferson who's good. So I figure you would want to start Keenan Allen.
Yeah, Keenan's got to be in the rotation there of starting wide receivers on your team. Come on. But hey, good for you, Brain.
Hey, I'm alive. It is what it is. Look, guys, it's been rough. It's been crazy. Excuse us that we may not know everything because right now there is some nasty COVID outbreaks. Everyone, in real life, everyone take care. I know a lot of people in the Couch fam, not going to name any names, but, people that are affected by Corona, take care of yourself, be good. And look at this whopping stat right here. Look at this crap. There are 5 teams. What do we have to do? What's Gruden say? Knock on wood. Because this could change really soon. I'm not hoping.
It could change right now, tonight.
But yeah, it's so crazy. The outbreak, the spread is so crazy. There's 5 teams with no players on the reserve COVID-19 list right now. That's right. There's 5 NFL teams without any players on that special reserve list. That's the Jacksonville Jaguars, Las Vegas Raiders, New Orleans Saints, San Francisco 49ers, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 5 teams. What's 5? What's 32 minus 5? 27? 27 of them.
Yeah,
wow.
What'd you say? The numbers you were trying to multiply, I wasn't paying attention to that.
No, just
doesn't matter.
32 minus 5. 27 teams.
I got distracted because I'm in here on Discord. Chris, our couch captain, has a list of all the COVID positives. The list is crazy. There's like 20.
I put it on the live doc. Team. Get the heck out of Discord. I put it on the live doc. What are you doing? We're doing a live podcast, Drew.
No, I'm talking about the amount of people that
I put it on the live doc. Get out of Discord. Get in the podcast. It's right here.
Okay. It's right here, guys.
Yeah, bring it up here. Drew's on Discord. Drew's on AIM. Little chat.
No, actually, I didn't see this when I did the first walkthrough.
Yeah,
this is a huge list. Look at this. Look at these guys on the Browns. That's over 20 people right there.
Obviously, we can. 20 plus people on the Browns. Huge outbreak. NFLPA and
look at the Rams.
Other people right now are pushing for this Raiders Browns game to get postponed. And Oh yeah, I didn't know the Rams was that long. So the Rams
That's
is
what I was
just,
looking at while
it's
I was
How can they
distracted.
field a team? Like, that sounds crazy to me.
The practice squad is stepping up, I would assume.
Oh,
Practice
yeah, I
squad's
guess
definitely
that's true.
stepping up.
like, I'm trying to keep this podcast positive, but this long list is nasty poop. Like, this is disgusting. Like, it's bad. Like, this is just, it's bad. I mean, it just speaks for itself. Like, the long list of teams, and 27 teams. We're talking what, like 100 players, bro? I'm just guessing, like something crazy like that. 100 players, coaches too.
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna be wild.
Pretty sure there's
Wild
coaches.
first week in the playoffs. Oh, plenty of coaches, but it's going to be a wild week in the playoffs when you're having to bench guys that, you know, should be carrying your team.
Yeah, so we'll see what's up. I heard the NHL is dealing with this, NBA is dealing with this. Like I said, just people in general everywhere is dealing with it. You know, guys, just stay safe and do your best, and just try to make it through. Right, get some cuffs. You know, just prepare for war. Just go out there. Just know it's gonna be rough. Know it's gonna be wild. That's
yeah,
really all
I was
gotta
wondering,
say.
like in a redraft league, when you have a smaller bench, you have to be prepared to drop some guys that you really don't want to, possibly to pick up a replacement, right? I mean, that's kind of the sad reality of this situation, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. And it's the playoffs, so it's win or go home anyway. So really, who cares about your bench and too many stashes? And yeah,
Just
I mean, who
unload them
cares?
really
Yeah.
for the win this week, obviously, because there's
We,
win or go home.
I mean, we
mentality.
literally just need a couple wins, and then that's trophy time, right? So that's all we're doing, right? We're just trying to make it to the end. Just remember, we got you got a shot, we got a shot. Then let's go for it. That's it. You're alive. Then let's fight to win. That's all you can do. Right? This is what we're doing. This is what we're built for. Throne League update. Let's go, baby. In the Throne League, we are doing okay. State of Mind is projected to score 113. We're projected to score 137. He got Big Mike Williams going tonight. Also, let's go. Thrown back in the playoffs in the Throne League. We drafted this league as a community. We voted on every single draft pick, baby. And let's go. We're back in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Very exciting.
It is exciting right now. It's
if
already
you could be winning
happening.
twice in a row. Yeah.
If we do, repeat, and that, it's one of the leagues I really care about, because it's the whole couch fam. It's all of us. Like, it's crazy. Like, I listen to you guys listen to me. It was a great, like, we crushed this draft pick. I just didn't know how the heck we didn't do better, because we drafted better than last year, but we're like, man, we might not make playoffs. And we finished 8-6. So that was good. I think we got the 4th.
The Cooper Cup was probably the best pick of the draft, don't you think?
Oh yeah, Couch Captain
Round 4,
Bob,
yeah,
and others were pushing Cooper Cup. I pushed Tom Brady. So like, it was just a great, like, chemistry going on, like a great debate we had. We hopped on the voice chat.
Got Dalvin at 2. Obviously, had to go.
The other quarterback next to Tom Brady was Tannehill, so that would have killed. We would have been killed before the season started.
They were talking about Stafford around later too, just to throw it out there.
But
that would have been a good.
He was the next guy that got picked immediately, though. So yeah, he was available currently, but we would 100% wouldn't have got Stafford though. That's the thing, because Brady went and then Stafford went. You see what I mean? So we wouldn't have got him. So we were looking at it was either Tannehill or Brady, because 3 teams didn't have a QB, and Stafford and Brady's gonna go, and they did. And next to Cooper Cup, there was Ayuk and Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson would have kept us alive, but Ayuk would have killed us with that slow start. So and neither, like, you had to combine both of them to get Cooper Cup. You still won't get Cooper Cup with both of them combined. Yeah, so. Yeah, that was amazing. So yeah, props to you guys, man, for doing that.
Were there any late round picks that were really good this year? Kind of like last year's Chase Claypool?
For us?
Yeah, just curious. I can't remember all.
For us, we got Gronk.
Oh wow, that's a good pickup. Yeah,
as a backup tight end. Yeah, we got Gronk. That was great. Michael Carter wasn't late, but it was
Solid.
It was there, and Chuba Hubbard didn't quite work out how we thought to perfection, but he did get starts and he helped us, but a little bit disappointing. I think I'm just gonna blame that on the Panthers team.
Yeah, the strategy was still sound. It was just a
Yeah,
matter of
and
execution on the
exactly,
football
yes.
side didn't work out.
So for us, it was Gronk because Marv Jones was a letdown. Naheem Hines only really had one good game. Like, yeah, but Gronk, I mean, hey, that's still a very valuable pick for a very valuable position.
This is a good segue into our ad read. Fishing says won $400 on that game. I've got to assume it's the Chiefs Chargers game that just happened.
Of course,
On
yeah.
Monkey Knife Fight. Let's go. Shall we?
Great job of fishing. Yes. So Monkey Knife Fight, guys. We've been having a lot of fun, and I didn't partake in tonight only because Eckler wasn't 100%. And you know what? It kind of seemed smart in the beginning, but then not, because then Joshua Kelly, my homie Joshua Kelly, fumbled, and they're like, no more. Like this Monkey Knife Fight is gonna make a lot of people money after the Joshua Kelly fumble. They put in Eckler right away, and the game picked up immediately. So pretty much anything you did on Monkey Knife Fight should have probably hit for the touchdown dance, because Eckler got in there, Kelsey got in there, Tyreek Hill got in there, Keenan Allen got in there. It was a great day for Monkey Knife Fight. So props to you for playing, and I think Chris Smooth played as well. Oh, he's in the live chat. He played as well. So hey, 3 touchdowns and we danced, right? So that's great. You guys got to dance. Last week, did you make all the picks I did last week, Drew?
I did 7 out of 8, I think.
Wait, did you do the Monday night game?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Did you do 2 though, or 1?
Of course, yeah. I did.
You did 2? Oh,
yeah.
So you got to dance.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So
the first couple games didn't go so well, but you're right. We were killing.
Oh no, they went awful. But this is what happened. Like, so my strategy was like, it made sense to me mathematically, and I did it, and I tweeted it out, and thankfully it actually worked. So what I did was I picked 9. I know most people only got to do 7 or 8, but I picked 9, or I picked 8 to do the 2.5 or more touchdowns, $5, right? So I'm like, look, if all 3 hit, then we'll get a piece of that $5,000 pie, the bonus. And none of them really hit, except at the end, Monday night, 2 of them hit. And so $5, and then we got 20 from that. So we got our money back. And then on top of that, we made a little bit of profit. But Thursday night, I did win a piece of that $5,000 pie. I don't know like what happened, but I got an email. I was like, yeah, you won some. It was $40.
Wow, nice. There must have been less players.
Like, yeah, less people were doing it, or less people won. I don't know, but I'm taking it. They're not taking that back for me. So yeah, it was great. That strategy did work. So props to other people that if you did that, like Drew, there you go, Drew. I didn't know you would actually do it. Like that was a lot of entries.
Well, the thing is, there was a lot of them. So when I was doing them, and it was like last minute, to be honest with you. So I was putting them all in, and I was like, oh, I only got 8, or I only got 7 out of the 8. I was like, oh, well, I got, the majority of them in there. So yeah. I'm glad I got the 2 on Monday. That was nice.
Yeah. The one you missed was a loser anyway. So,
right. So, I mean, good. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it was last minute. So
the account's still plus, we're still in the green in that account.
Yeah,
so
let's go, baby.
We're looking good.
So these were the 3 winners. Thankfully, the Monday night, we cashed on a Monkey Knife Fight. And here's my picks this week. I'm actually going with just one, right? It's a crazy week. I was going to do the exact same strategy as last week, but this week I'm going to change it up. We're just going to go with one game. And we're going to target this game where I just feel like there's going to be a lot of concentrated touchdowns. So not necessarily a high scoring game, unfortunately, but I really feel like these guys have a high chance of scoring. So guys, if you do want to play, just follow the link, go to Monkey Knife Fight, go to, you're going to scroll down to this game right here, the Vikings Bears game. This is my pick. If you want to enter my pick, we're going to select touchdown dance. Now, if you're scared, you can select your goal at 1.5 or more touchdowns. If you want to live on the edge like me, because I mean, let's just face it, this week's just kind of disgusting. So let's just, let's plug up the nose. Let's just dive head first right into the poop pile. and let's go for it, right? We don't gotta spend too much on the buy-in, but I'm setting my goal at 2.5 just because I don't care. I want to swim in the poop pool. I don't care.
All three of those
Go
guys
for
are
it.
studs, and I'm
Yeah.
definitely in on this one.
You can set your goal to 1.5. I'm letting you know, because this is probably not a high-scoring game. It's up to you. This is one time it's up to you. I was 50-50 torn on this one. You can set the goal at 1.5 or 2.5. It's up
What's
to
the
you.
weather like? What's the weather like? Do we already know the forecast for Chicago
Yeah.
on
So
Sunday? Do
the
we get
weather,
snow?
yeah, I got it right here. I've been looking up these weathers all the time. So
I figure you do.
overall, all the weathers are pretty good for mid-September. So it's looking like 11-mile-an-hour winds, 36 degrees. So basically, I mean, weather don't really matter unless it's extreme anyway for this.
Right, yeah.
So Dalvin Cook projected to get 84% chance to score one or more touchdowns this game. Justin Jefferson, 60% chance to score one or more touchdowns.
I like to hear
and
that.
David Montgomery, 57% chance to score one or more touchdowns. So those are my 3 picks. Again, that's the Vikings-Bears game, touchdown dance, Dalvin, Jefferson, Montgomery. We scored 3 touchdowns. And we dance, baby. So Monkey Knife Fight, for those that don't know, it's a stupid, simple DFS player props game. All you got to do is head on over there. Is this guy good? Is this guy bad? That's really it. And so those are my picks. So if you want to head on over there, just follow the link below in the description. Use promo code Couch. You could enter that very same pick for free if it's your first time on there. $5 free play is what you're going to get, and 100% deposit match up to $100. Ladies and gentlemen, follow that link. Use promo code Couch. Let's get those touchdowns and let's dance, baby. Let's go.
So I just want to pull this up. Fishing says, I had Kelsey, Tyreek, and Keenan score in this game. Do you know if the bonus payout, if all players score, is happening this week?
I don't know. I think it is. If you see that banner, then it is. And
he'll check it out for you, Fishing.
Sometimes they don't put that banner out till Sunday. That's the thing. Why when I got it, I didn't know if I would get it, but they gave it to me. Look, this is just so the banner's not on the right. This is my guess. I think you're gonna get it, but I can't guarantee. I'm not. Don't take my word for it. I don't know. I think you'll get a piece of that $5,000 pie.
Yeah,
these guys
get
are
an email
crazy.
Tomorrow, I'm sure.
These guys are crazy. That's why they're a crazy band. Like, look at this. This is like a weird. Like, this is their logo. It's got the knives, monkey, Hawaiian. I don't even know what's going on with these guys.
That's
They're
great.
crazy.
That's great.
It. Like, when I talk to them, I'm like, dang, you guys took a big hit this week. Like, because they had this one like crazy contest that was hard to win. Someone won like 50 G's or something. Ooh. And they're like, but man, he's going to tell his friends. I'm like, you guys are crazy, dude. Like, you guys just starting out, giving away 50 G's. Like, all right.
I'm sure there's a way to make a good living still.
Yeah, they're doing
easy
well.
to play. Very easy to play, very easy to win. And it really just helps. I mean, when you're excited about football, generally speaking, to put a little extra money on it, let it ride. Yeah, it just feels great when you win.
What I like most is like it only takes like it doesn't take much time to get your picks in. Especially if you got like
you
dude
bet
with
your favorite guys a lot of times.
Yeah, if you got a dude with orange glasses and a beard giving you hot picks that that usually come to fruition.
That's
like,
better than
easy.
Sunday morning AM radio. I know when I pop on the radio like super early Sunday morning, the guy from New York's yelling at us like, "You got to call in 1-800 to get these picks." Hey, just hit up Fantasy Couch.
Yeah, that's
Fantasy Couch.
Let's get off. Let's get off this
picks.
This page. I don't want people thinking we're on an ad read. Let's go down to the next page. But look at this. So like I'm gonna do a little expose right here. So this is I just heard like 2 weeks ago. So when
lay it on me,
and it's usually like, let's just be quite frank, they make him sound like an Italian guy, or like it's always like some dude, like like Jimmy the Greek, like that dude wasn't even
exactly.
Like, they just make it be like some mover and shaker. It's always a dude, wearing a blazer, and like so they always have that guy. Like, oh man, this guy doesn't miss. I heard this is what they do, bro. They put like a radio ad and they say, call this number, right? And when you call, it's a voicemail that gives you the picks or something. Like, and they want your info. That's like with everything, right? Like even on Fantasy Couch, we get your email address, whatever. They get your info, right? And then they give you the picks. This is what I hear. It's an A/B test group. So for 50% of the callers, they tell them pick Chiefs. Other 50%, this is just something I heard, but oh my God,
That's
this makes
not
so much
cool.
sense. The other 50%, they say pick the Chargers. Free pick, right? They call you. Okay, so like let's say the Chiefs, right? They just won. But those 50, they don't even call the Chargers picks anymore because they're
Yeah,
like,
because they don't. Yeah, we're
they
not going
call
to
the
get any.
Chargers back. Again, they split that. They do A/B. They say, hey, pick the Vikings and then pick
Panthers,
the
yeah,
Panthers.
whatever.
Okay, boom. And then they make that. Then they do the same thing. They call the winners again and split them again. And now the winners are like, oh my God, this guy got 3 picks in a row. And I'm gonna pay the subscription. Then be like, oh man, buy it. I don't know, like the exact buy it for the whole month or the whole
They probably
year.
call the guy who gets 2 out of 3 too. Hey, you got 2 out of 3.
No, I don't. They said they only the guy that gets 3 right or whatever, or maybe yeah. And then they pay for that, and then now they're back to just basically you just paid to make. I mean, you're just basically paid for nothing. So you just spent your money. So that's what I heard with that stuff. Sorry, like Vinny or whoever the heck, Jimmy the Great, whoever. All right, just don't call me. I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone.
It's wild.
That's
When you
something I
wake up
heard.
and listen to that on the radio, I'm like, man, which AM radio is actually talking real football here?
Yeah,
So
this
you
is
gotta
like
skip around to find it.
It's so the whole thing is an ad too, because like
It's annoying. It's repeated the whole thing.
It's guaranteed to work because that's what they do. They do the A/B splitting, so you're gonna pick winners. So anyway, sorry to get on a tangent, guys, but like Drew brought that up, and like that's something I heard.
Feels icky.
It made so much sense to me. Like I'm like, man, that's probably how they do it. And yeah, so watch out for that. Never pay Vinny or whoever the heck is doing. Just don't buy picks like that off AM radio.
It's a fugazi, huh?
All right, guys. So we're gonna have a vote right now. This is gonna be big. I'm gonna need everyone to vote on this. And that's including Mike and Drew. So I just got this offer. It's still on the table. I just looked. I screenshotted it. Couch Dynasty League. I have Deebo Samuel, and I just got an offer today straight up for DK Metcalf. I want the chat right now to vote. Should I accept and receive DK Metcalf, or should I decline and stick with Deebo? Accept
right?
or decline. Yeah, everyone vote. And I want to hear what you two got to say with what Drew and Mike has to say. Start talking, guys.
Do you want me to say what I think now?
Yeah.
I think that Deebo is definitely the better of the two players. I say that not as just a Niners fan and I'm biased, but I've watched both of them play very closely. I've had both on each of my fantasy teams. And Deebo is, even though he is in a technically more run-based offense, I guess you would say, I think Shanahan is creative enough to get him open and use him in a variety of different ways. As you know, like he's one of the best like running backs, not even just as a receiver, just like his production as a running back this year is up there. Also, an all-pro wide receiver. He's great when he gets the ball in the open field. He's hard to tackle. The first player usually misses the tackle.
Such an understatement.
He's hard to tackle. It's just very, I mean, he's just he plays the receiver position like a running back, and he's just the better player, I think, more dynamic player. Metcalf is 1 year younger. He's 24. Deebo's 25. He's an athletic specimen, but I just think that he's more of a diva as well. And when he doesn't get the ball, he gets pouty. And he always like gets in fights with the other cornerback. It's always like him trying to like dominate the opposing corner. And I just think a lot of things have to go his way in order for him to be successful. But Deebo can do it in any situation.
That was a really, really good breakdown. I mean, I like the fact that you talked about Metcalf being kind of a diva too, because you see it when he gets some of those like unnecessary roughness penalties on certain corners, like Jalen Ramsey, right when they're going at it. It's like
Marshawn Lattimore, yeah.
It's like, man, just get over yourself and try to get downfield, run a good route, make a good play. And then on the other hand, you have Shanahan who's like building an offense around Deebo Samuel. It's just, I mean, as a Niner fan too, obviously you have that side to it. But just strictly football, I know I had the same trade actually come in the Debbie League. I know I asked your guys' opinions and I got it pretty straightforward, but it's just like, man, Deebo is just too much of a talent right now to sell basically high to buy low on Metcalf, and especially if you're trying to win the playoffs right now, that's a hard thing to swallow there.
All right, so let me break it down. Okay, so the age difference, if I did the math right, is about 1 year and 10 months. So Deebo Samuel is almost 2 years older than Metcalf. Deebo is 25 years old. DK Metcalf is 24 years old. And what Mike was saying, the great point, like he's talking about a lot of things have to DK has to rely on a lot of different factors. I'm just gonna dive back into that. Like he's tied to Russell Wilson. Like who's his quarterback next year? Who's his quarterback in the future? Because he needs one, right? And remember, this is the guy I did a deep dive analysis on as a prospect, and I nailed it. Okay. So he needs that quarterback. He needs that offense. He needs a lot of things to go right. And that's one of the reasons I vouched for him on that video and liked him, because I said this is the perfect team for him. The Seahawks, Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll. Now things have changed. Obviously, the team and that dynamic's not as hot now. And that's why I'm worried. Like, is that like what is the future with this team? I feel like Deebo Samuel. Mike, you played quarterback for what was that?
Middle school.
Oh,
Oh, and
middle school.
intramurals.
Intramurals, yes.
Yeah.
Drew,
I was referee.
Yeah, there you go. Mike played quarterback in intramurals in college, and Drew was reffing. And I think Deebo would put up pretty good numbers, pretty close to the same numbers if Mike Mattal was quarterback.
True,
That's Mike's actually got a pretty good arm, though. I'll give him credit.
He scrambles. I'm one of the best Filipino quarterbacks out
he's
there.
He's basically Russell Wilson. Not as good of a passer, maybe, but he's very similar to Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And which is funny. That's crazy. You look like Russell Wilson. You play like Russell Wilson.
You need another parody video.
Yeah.
They don't know about Mike's parody videos. They were so classic back then. They're gonna be like,
who's this? Is this Russell Wilson or Tiger Woods? Seriously. You're not gonna know. We're not gonna go that far off topic.
Oh man.
Anyway, DK Metcalf relies on a lot of things. He needs a lot of things to go right. That's why I was like, look, he's not. It just was a mess at Ole Miss. That's why I liked him. I was like, watch what he does with Russell Wilson. Watch what he does in this offense. Watch what he does when, smart people use him the right way. And I don't know if that's going to last, right? Like if you get Tyreek Hill in Dynasty, he's tied to Mahomes for a long time. What is it, 5 years he's tied to him? I mean, that's basically his whole career. So
yeah, Mahomes will be there forever. Tyreek's got a contract that's pretty long, I think.
Yeah, and he's a wide receiver. I'm just saying, like, he's tied. I don't know what's up with the Seahawks. And I don't know about DK right now. So yeah, that's cool to buy low on a younger player. But as far as Deebo Samuel, like I'm just gonna ride the wave. I feel like he's great. There's another prospect that I loved actually. Like if we'll go back to this, I was telling you guys about I love Deebo Samuel. Like he's great. And I was saying like, hey man, other than the injury worries, like I really like him this year. I mean, I made a video about him. It's just the video is just kind of looks terrible because it got overshadowed by me disliking Eckler. Everything else in that video was great, but let's throw that video in the freaking trash because I put a big X next to Eckler. It's and hey, rightfully so. That's I can't. It's true. Let's throw that video in the trash. But I did like Deebo, and I think I'm going to keep Deebo. But let's count up the tally. What's the votes looking like, Drew? What do we vote? By the way, the vote is in Dynasty. Do I trade away Deebo Samuel for Metcalf? Do I accept this trade and get Metcalf, or do I decline and stick with Samuel?
Okay, so Matt says keep. Ted says take DK. Sorry. Fishing makes a comment. He says, Couch, you can get a bit more in that trade, I feel like. So I think he wants you to make the trade, but maybe ask for a little bit more.
He says counter. Actually, he says, option C, counter and get greedy. Okay.
There you go.
Very valid point. Yes.
Those are the votes so far. I actually want to have you address this too. So Amar.
No. What's the vote? We need a number.
So we got 1, and we got vote for C, which is counter. So that's, I guess,
majority said keep Debo.
Drew doesn't know how to count votes.
No,
Yeah.
I
I
just
he
counted
was-
them.
I see a D.
Take. So we have one. So we have one for
What
DK.
about you guys'
One
votes?
for Debo.
Your guys' votes too.
I said
I
Debo.
said
We both
Debo,
said that on the
yeah.
live stream. So
that's
that's
like a
3 to
6
1.
to 3-1.
3 to 1.
3-1.
What's Amar
yeah.
think? What's Val think? These guys haven't commented on it. So then basically we're looking at Fishing, who says go see counter. So maybe that's a DK vote. So 3 to 2.
3 to 2. Is that right?
Nah, that's not his vote. Doesn't count because he says option
Okay, we're
C.
still at
He's
3 to
calling
1.
3 to 1. I'm gonna decline it live.
Decline it live. Yeah.
I'm not gonna counter as I don't
counter.
Want
No,
I'm not gonna counter.
Okay.
I'm just gonna now. DK in the playoffs. That's not bad because Lockett is out.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah,
though.
I'm rolling with my guys.
DK didn't
Yeah,
practice for
don't.
a second straight day, though, I believe. And also, the
You
other
better
wide
look
receivers.
that up. Don't be telling weird stuff on here.
No, I
Is that
literally.
right? Is
I
that
was in the
right?
news.
I honestly
you
did
told me
not
to get
know
out of
that.
Discord. I was just in the news channel, and I saw
You're
there was a
right.
post about that.
DK Metcalf remains sidelined for Thursday's practice.
Whoa.
So
hey
is
now.
D Eskridge, and so was Freddie Swain. So the Seahawks
Oh yeah,
have
like a
wide
bunch of
receiver
Seahawks
problem.
are.
I
are
honestly,
out.
I feel like they're keeping him out so he doesn't catch COVID.
It's
or
probably
that,
true.
yeah.
I
Or
think.
Both,
that.
yeah. Like
That's
it's both
actually
like
smart,
a physical
yeah.
rest day, and it's like,
yeah.
like, hey, we've rested him before. Like, let's just rest him.
Like he'll be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Let's
Like,
just keep him in bubble wrap.
It's better to
away from
have a
everybody.
wide receiver when we play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And-
I have another thing though. Like, so let's say Lance obviously is a starter next year. Like, are you more bullish on Debo or less bullish on Debo?
I think the honest answer is I don't know exactly what's going to happen,
So
but
4 to 1.
I do know that Debo is not reliant on a quarterback. See, that's what
5
I'm
to 1.
saying. Like he can still
Yeah.
do it. So I'm still, regardless of what happens, I like Debo, and we don't have to come up with. I don't have to. I guess we can exactly answer it, but for the sake of this trade, we don't have to answer that. We only have to answer that in comparison to DK Metcalf situation.
Yeah.
There's only one. This is only one trade on the table. I don't have to say like, oh, how's Trey Lance and D. I mean, it's definitely something that crossed my mind. It's definitely a topic that you got to consider for sure. But that's my real answer is like, I
someone
don't
says
really care
less
who's
bullish.
the quarterback.
Rather be Fishing says less bullish with Lance than Jimmy G. So he's basically saying he's not going to be as good because he won't be able to get the ball as easily.
See, I disagree with that.
Yeah,
I would too.
Debo
I'm
has
saying
like
Lance
what
is going to improve his
two
value.
targets in 2 games, something crazy like that. Like
I think it'll improve his value.
It's all about if the offense is rolling. Because let me break it to you guys. Jimmy G sucks. Okay,
Yeah,
Jimmy G is not Patrick Mahomes. Jimmy G is not Justin Herbert.
He's not even Jackson Mahomes. Just kidding. I was a jest. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely not Kirk. He's definitely not Kirk Cousins. He's definitely not Kirk Cousins though. Like he's not even that good. So it's all about how the offense is rolling. So what one mistake sometimes fantasy owners do is they think too much. They overthink too much. And it's like this game requires a lot of thinking. Don't get me wrong. But if you're thinking like, oh, Lance is gonna run, therefore this, and let me tell you, if Lance gets the offense rolling and the Niners move the ball, that's all that matters. Touchdowns matter in football. Like, think about how dumb that statement is I just made, but how true it is. Touchdowns matter in football. Touchdowns are always king. I don't care if you play PPR. I don't care if you play poo-poo PPR. I don't care if PPR. It don't matter. Non-PP. It don't matter. Dynasty, standard, best ball. Touchdowns are always king. It don't matter what the heck you're playing. And so if you get the offense moving, you know what? Jimmy G, he gets it moving when Kyle Shanahan says, like, this play's going to work, Jimmy. But then when he's like, Jimmy, you have to do something, he's like, he don't know what the heck to do. He's not the guy that makes the offense move all the time. Is Jimmy G a top 20 quarterback? Is Jimmy G a top 25 quarterback? That's
top
a question.
Maybe. Yeah, he's probably top 25.
That's a terrible question to me. That's how bad Jimmy G is.
Is he better than Zach Wilson?
Well, that's not. This second, I'd rather have Jimmy G out there.
Right now,
for sure.
But that's about it.
Zach Wilson's been showing some promise though in certain games, so I'll give him that. But this is what Fishing's rebuttal. Check the stats, bro. Check them. Go check. Go check. No, go check. He's got at least a couple of games of like 20 or more points as a rookie on the worst offense. Like, bro,
that's not. But what are you talking about? Fantasy points?
I'm not talking about starting him in a redraft. I'm talking.
But you just talked about
fantasy in a dynasty league. We're talking dynasty, right?
No, we're not talking Zach Wilson at all. I don't know what you're.
I just said conversation.
I just said is Jimmy G top 25. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just said give Zach Wilson some credit. He's had a couple of good games this season as a rookie.
I'm gonna check.
I'm
checking now.
Okay.
Has Zach Wilson had one game without?
I'm checking now.
Has Zach Wilson had one game without major mistakes? Has he
I'm checking now.
That's all.
I watched a lot of Jets games.
Okay, so last week he had 11 points, and the week before he had 22, and the week before he had 11, and then he was hurt. So he's been average.
How did he start the season? He had at least 1 or 2 games. He had two
good
points.
games. His first game in week 1.
And that's what I said.
But everything else has been pretty bad. Like
I literally said he had 2 good games. Give him some credit. He's on the worst offense. Like go back and run.
But Jimmy's a lot better though. Jimmy's a lot better.
This is getting right now. I'm kind of talking about in real life. So this conversation is totally that got way out of track. I said is Jimmy G top 20, top 25? Like that's something you can look at Fantasy Pros and find. I'm not talking about fantasy. I'm talking about moving the offense. We're talking about Deebo Samuel still, right? So I'm talking about
see where Jimmy is. Jimmy's actually
when you have a good quarterback.
Let's see.
The offense moves more. That's my point.
That's true.
Quarterback is the
Jimmy's
lead.
number 18 right now this season.
Look at we don't care. Look at
the stats.
Justin Herbert, right? Isn't the offense better with Justin Herbert? Don't you want to start Eckler more? Don't you want to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They move the ball more. And so that's why, I'm not that scared of Trey. Okay, so Trey Lance is going to, vulture a couple touchdowns, whatever. Like, that just means like, okay, less touches for Deebo, but more efficiency because now the offense is going to be like, is going to leave Deebo Samuel wide open because now they're tackling Trey Lance. You see what I mean? Now,
that's been better with play action passing.
That's not an argument to say that Deebo Samuel is going to be better with Trey Lance. It's just the argument to say that I just frankly don't care too much who's the quarterback. With DK Metcalf, I care a lot who's the quarterback. That's.
Do you think they're going to have to draft a rookie to replace him, or is that like, or is you think they're going to replace him with better? Yeah, like assuming he's gone. If they did have to replace him.
Okay, put your GM cap on. You want to roll out with Geno Smith?
No, that's what I'm saying. So they'll likely have to draft a quarterback. Most likely.
There's no quarterbacks out there, guys. I was just talking the other day with my buddy about like it's really hard to go get a good cornerback or a good quarterback in free agency. Like it rarely happens. I mean, once upon a time, Peyton Manning was a free agent, but they were also afraid he may not have any neck. Like this guy's neck is gone, so they were afraid of that. Like it's pretty rare you just go and be like, "Hey, we got a really good quarterback on the market." It does happen, but it's rare. Same thing with corners. It does happen, but Darrelle Revis like the highest paid corner, right? Like it's hard. Like you either got to pay up or there's only one available.
And when there is a quarterback like Sam Darnold, it might even be like bad, like
yeah. Now that's a fugazi.
Well, he was a trade technically. I could give you guys like Kirk Cousins.
He was trade, but he was
free agents.
He was on the way out.
Acquirable.
Drew Brees was a free agent. Drew Brees was a free agent, I believe, from the Chargers. Got signed by the Saints. I mean, they're hit and miss out there. There's a couple of them.
No, it does. I'm just saying it's rare, or like there's like one maybe. You know what I mean? Like it's rare
that they pan out on the other side.
Kirk Cousins, another one. Yeah, like it.
Donovan McNabb was decent, I think, when he moved from.
Nope.
What was it?
He sucks. He's trash. He's trash.
Was he garbage? Okay.
Yeah,
so that was a big name, but he didn't pan out. So that's another example of the opposite, right?
Yeah, it's hard. That's my point. Like it's hard. Like whether it's fool's gold like McNabb or they're really good. Like with Peyton Manning, there's a huge worry. But yeah,
Peyton Manning's probably the best example. Him and Breeze.
Yeah, it's rare.
Watch your mouth,
so
said watch your mouth about McNabb.
I like
You
this.
shut me up real quick with
Someone's
the sucks comment.
coming to his defense.
Okay, remember when people were talking about Donovan McNabb as a Hall of Famer? Donovan McNabb allegedly, went into the huddle and threw up. He was purely an Andy Reid quarterback. We saw him on other teams, and he just threw the ball in the dirt. He was embarrassing to watch. I'd rather have Tyrod Taylor than non-Andy Reid Donovan McNabb. So we got to see what Donovan McNabb really was.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
He said before he gained weight around 2004 was elite and could rush and move around the pocket.
Are we talking about McNabb or
I was going to
Jamarcus
pull it up
Russell?
until Mike read it.
I mean, is this Jamar? Are we talking about Jamarcus Russell? Because I can't tell the difference.
On the Eagles. That's what I thought he was talking about.
Yeah, this is like an argument for our side, for my side.
So keep Debo at the end of this whole thing. Keep Debo.
Amar asked, or he had a comment earlier, said he offered T. Higgins and a third for DK a week ago and withdrew it.
Wait. McNabb's talking. We got to bring this up. What is this guy saying? Read this.
McNabb puked in the Super Bowl and choked. I'm an Eagles fan, but I promise McNabb didn't need to. He had no wide receivers all of them years, 2001 through 2004.
I like how this guy's just arguing for me. I don't even have to. There's no rebuttal required here. I love this guy. Hey, welcome to the Couch Fam. This guy's a subscriber. Let's go, baby.
This guy's trying to take over the show.
He's trying to take over.
Trying to hijack the show with this McNabb commentary.
Yeah.
He said James Trash.
James Trash and Freddie Mitchell. I remember Freddie Mitchell. He was from UCLA. He was actually
Todd Pinkston.
He was cool. Yeah, Todd.
Amar
He's throwing out names right now.
McNair outside Tennessee is better than McNabb outside Philly.
I like this comment.
Is that true?
Is that yes, and it's a fact. Yeah.
Are you talking about Ravens McNair versus
versus
Washington?
Washington McNabb. Washed football team.
McNabb. Amar had a prediction. He said Mariota to the Seahawks earlier. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. It's not a huge drop.
Can I just say no? Do I look like a hater if I say no?
Yeah, come up with a different one.
I'll just say no. Yeah, I can't. So I mean, I can't come.
Chad Lewis, LJ Smith was the tight ends. Man, this guy, he knows his Eagles.
Yeah, but I like how
Donovan, is that you?
I like how he's just not gonna name Terrell Owens. This is how McNabb talks, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
very McNabbish.
Like, is this him?
I mean, we know he's got nothing to do right now because they're
like,
not having.
I gotta go.
They're not having that dome on TV. I'm telling you that. Like they're not putting that ad on TV. Like it's not happening. This guy did not name Terrell Owens. I'm just saying that the guy commented he has not named Terrell Owens yet.
Well, he said 2001 to 2004. Maybe Owens came a year after.
Yeah. Okay. Very, very fair. This guy knows his stuff.
Put the phone down, Donovan. Put the phone down.
I got a feeling he's on. He's on desktop.
Should we bring it?
I just got feeling.
Yeah. He's on like.
I gotta decline. Yeah, keep that page. I will decline this live, ladies and gentlemen. I wish we can see this. Can we see this? Can I bring this up live really quick, Drew?
Well, yeah.
I mean, you could
I feel like it's needed to be shown.
Do it.
All right, let me try to.
How many Super Bowls would the Eagles have won if they had wide receivers for McNabb? What do you mean? He had Terrell Owens. Now McNabb was trash versus Bucks and versus Panthers. He played nice versus Rams till the end of the It's kind of. But Brian Westbrook was the leading receiver. I guess that is true. He was the leading receiver. Brian Westbrook was. But he did have T.O. in his close to his prime.
All right, guys.
What is that?
Just so they know, it's like real. You know, we don't fake stuff on the Fantasy Couch podcast. You guys thought this trade was fake. It's not. It's real. It's real life. Accept, counter, and what's this option here?
Counter it.
Heck, no, I don't want this guy. I don't want him.
Yeah, I don't want DK.
Why do you want it? I'm rolling.
Who would you take for Debo? Who would you take for Debo?
Who would I take? Wait, that's a good question. Like, who would you take?
But for me, he's not. Who
would you take? I would take Cooper Kupp.
Nope, he's too old.
Is he? How
I
old
feel
is
like
he?
Cooper Cup. Well, compared to I feel like Cooper Cup's
Justin
How
gonna
old
be.
is
Jefferson, but
he?
you'd probably have to give a little.
I feel like Cooper Cup's gonna be dominant another year, and then you
Oh,
never
he is
know.
way older. You're right. I
Yeah,
wouldn't take
it's
Cooper Kupp.
dynasty. It's
Okay,
dynasty,
okay,
baby.
okay.
I
Let
love
me
Cup
think.
next year, but we're
Jefferson, though, you might have to give a little.
Oh,
to get
Jefferson, you gotta give him a you gotta.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
I would
Jefferson,
give a pick and
How about this,
Debo.
Jamar Chase, right
You'd
now.
have to give a pick for that too. I think.
Really?
Jamar Chase.
I think you could just go Jamar Chase.
Nah,
like,
Jamar
A lot
Chase-
of people have
It's
Jamar
too-
Chase number 2 right now. They have
He's too
Jefferson,
hot right
Chase.
now, Mike.
That's what
Lamb.
I'm saying. So you
I
could
think
just
CeeDee Lamb would be a good option.
No, but if
I just
someone
wouldn't
offered
trade
you
him.
Jamar Chase for Debo straight up, I would take Jamar Chase.
I'd have to take it because of the age.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's what-
as
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I'm not
straight
as
up.
high on. Let me stop sharing this.
Didn't Amar trade something crazy for
Go ahead,
Chase?
Drew. Put it.
Yeah, so
Oh, there we go.
He traded what was
He
it?
traded-
he traded
he traded
Chase
Scope.
and Stafford. He traded Chase and Stafford for Trevor Lawrence and T. Higgins.
Is that a good trade? I think
No,
that's
he got
terrible.
he got a pick, right?
No, it was I
don't
swear
think
it was
so.
straight
Terrible
up. I
trade.
swear it was
Correct
straight
me
up.
if I'm wrong, Amar. I'm pretty sure
I
that
don't
was
think
a
it
straight-up
was. There was
trade.
a pick and
Yeah.
I think
did say
Debo for CeeDee Lamb would be fair. Debo for CeeDee Lamb, I think, is a decent trade for both sides.
Yeah, I think so. That's fair.
I think you have to
Yeah,
give
that's
up
a
at least
very
a
fair
second,
trade.
maybe a second.
I
late
wouldn't
second
do
for
it.
Jefferson.
I wouldn't do it.
You
I
wouldn't
would
trade
I would
for-
do Debo for Chase straight up. I would just
Yeah,
'cause
I
of
would
the
do
age.
that. I would
I would do that.
No
would
one's
do
gonna
that.
do it though. I think on the Chase.
No,
side.
and I
You
would
don't know
not.
that.
I would not give up a pick, but you would have to give up a pick in Debo. Oh, I do.
See,
know,
he
Mike.
didn't get a pick. I regret that trade. See, I knew it.
Scope
That was a terrible
fleeced
trade
him.
when I saw
Fleeced
that trade.
him.
I was like, what?
Just so you
It
guys
doesn't
know,
make
it
any
is
sense.
Superflex Dynasty. Just to understand Amar's thought process, like why he did that, but it's still bad.
Still bad.
Still a bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Chase, yeah. I mean, you can't trade Chase right now. Like that, like he could be one of the best receivers for the next
It's another Amar trade. He drafted Chase, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
why would you
that's
trade
the
him after
thing,
you drafted
like,
him?
He drafted Zach Wilson and Jamar Chase 4 and 5.
I can
Oh my.
throw
pretty
Zach Wilson back out
confidently
there.
say that he really wanted Chase. He drafted Chase instead of
No, I
Najee
think he was
Harris.
just really high on Trevor. I think that's what happened. He just
Justin drafted
but
Najee
so?
number 6.
Obviously, but so what, Mike?
But I mean, that's what
obviously
blinded him.
he's
That's
high
what
on
blinded
Trevor.
him. He shouldn't have done it, but he was blinded by the Trevor, the highness on Trevor,
the sunshine. Yeah, I mean,
that's
but I mean,
where
it's
the issue
it's just
lies.
terrible. Like
It's terrible. I'm just trying to justify
Yeah.
what he was thinking.
yeah,
in
no,
his
for
mind.
sure, he was
If
blinded.
I'm in
by
his
the-
mind, that's
yes,
what I'm thinking.
Yes, no, for sure, that's
Yeah.
it, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, I actually have Jamar Chase and Debo in my Devy league, so I think I'm doing pretty good.
Now he's not gonna be able to
wide
sleep
receiver
tonight.
room.
I know what he's going through right
good.
now. Amar is not gonna be able to sleep.
wait,
tonight.
you think he's not gonna be able to
What do you
sleep tonight? Is that because he also went out his way to draft Pat Fryermuth and traded me Pat Fryermuth for Denzel Mims, and I
It
make
all
fun
goes
of him?
full
We're
circle.
going back down this
And
road.
I make fun of him?
Yeah.
God, he
Is that
falls
in-
for
was
it.
that in Dynasty? That was in Dynasty, right?
He
Like,
falls
that
for it
happened?
every time I go on the chat and I go like, "Oh my god, Denzel Mims caught a touchdown." He's like, "Wait, stop!" He's like, "Stop, dude." I was like, "Oh, typo. I meant Pat Fryermuth."
Dude, I have Pat Fryermuth in redraft. He might help me win a championship this season.
Yeah. When
I
a
have him in my
rookie
Devy
tight
league,
end
too.
is
Yeah.
really good in redraft, like take
Yeah,
notes.
that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, my Devy league's crazy. I have Burrow, Najee,
Wow.
Eli Mitchell. I have Javonte
Wow.
Williams, Jamar Chase,
Wow, that's
Deebo
a winning
Samuel,
squad right
DJ
there.
Moore, Pat.
What's
How do you not win
What's it
with
looking
that?
like? Right. I mean, you're in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Tell me you're in the
Yeah,
playoffs. Okay.
I'm number 3, so I didn't get the bye. I'm playing against Bob and Alex though. These cats they got
They're
like
good.
they got crazy teams where they just basically what do you call it, like bought up on all their picks. So they moved into the first round, had like 3 first round or second round picks. I mean, they kind of plan for this year. I'm playing the long haul, but what I did is I just drafted really young, so I just try to spread it out. The years I can hopefully win. The window's hopefully big that way.
Yeah,
But we'll
that's
see.
why if you
Just
got
stay
a
healthy.
if you got a super flex dynasty league, 3 wide receiver, let's say tight end
That's what it
premium,
is.
it's there is no wrong strategy. That's why I love that setup so much. 3 wide receivers, super flex, and you could go tight end premium. Now
We do it crazy.
you can reach for tight ends, you can reach for quarterbacks, you can even reach for wide receivers. And then you got the staple running back, who's a very important position because there's not that many workhorse running backs. So it's like I just named literally every position. So you can go any which way. That's why I love that setup. That's my perfect dynasty setup. No defense, no kicker, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex, 1 tight end, super flex, 1 quarterback, one super flex position, 2 running back, full PPR. That's the perfect dynasty roster and scoring settings for me.
This league has a little different setup. It's not tight end premium. It's actually 2 tight ends in your starting lineup. So that makes tight ends even more valuable, which is
Scarce.
kind of
That's
unfortunate.
the right word. It makes him super scarce. Yeah.
So I drafted Irv Smith, I drafted Freiermuth, and I drafted Jonnu. Well, Jonnu's horrible now. Irv's on IR. So I have Ricky Seals-Jones starting alongside Freiermuth and basically going into the playoffs like that because I couldn't make any trades. These guys are pretty tight-lipped, and
I actually
don't
don't like those settings. I know you guys did it for fun and trying it out, and that's cool.
Mhm.
But I think 2 tight end is perfect if you're in an 8-team league. That
Yeah,
makes
this
it
is
good.
12.
So why I think tight end premium is perfect, peep this, because it makes starting a second tight end an actual viable option.
benefit.
I know all of us in a regular fantasy league have started 2 tight ends every now and then. We like to experiment and dabble with that. It's not a good idea. You will
No,
usually
I had
regret it.
Jalen Hurts in my lineup last week in a draft party league. I won still, but a little risky.
But when it's tight end premium, you actually might
incentive to
want
do
to
it.
start. Yeah, Freiermuth in your flex spot. Like you might want to start Zach Ertz in your flex spot. Like it really changes a lot, and it totally changes the draft. So I love those settings. If anybody has any questions before we end this podcast,
Well,
let us
speaking of
know. We
tight
want to
ends,
answer some questions.
this is just a general one. So
This is a good
MJ
question.
Jr. Yeah, MJ Jr. says Tony Gonzalez or Travis Kelce. What do you
I
guys
need to
think?
hear you guys first because this is a hard one for me.
I gotta go
gonna-
with the
okay.
classic Tony
Yeah,
Gonzalez.
me too.
Sorry,
I was gonna
Mike.
say classic.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll let
I was
you
gonna say
argue
the
for
same
it.
thing. No, I was gonna say the same thing because he had Tony Gonzalez had didn't have Patrick Mahomes and had an amazing career. You know what I mean? Kelsey's had the fortunate luck to have one of the best quarterbacks ever. So I think that
Kelce
helps him a lot.
did break out with Alex Smith 1 year.
True, but who did
I'm sure.
Gonzalez have? Like, who was his
I'm
quarterback?
trying to look it up.
Trent Green on the
Okay,
Chiefs,
well there you go.
and then
Like,
Matt
he's definitely-
Ryan on the Falcons.
So 2 bad quarterbacks in my opinion.
Not bad,
Well,
but
Ryan was
they're
for
good.
those
They're good,
years.
and
Well,
not
Kelsey had a
good,
a
not
bigger
great.
advantage in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
Higher
Mahomes is
quality
elite.
quarterbacks.
Mahomes and
And it's
Trent
a
Green were
passing
good.
league these
Because
days.
I
He's
think
basically lined up as
Gonzalez
wide
could come
receiver.
into this league and do similar things if put in the same position.
Gonzo was a good baller too. You know, he was good at
This
an
guy's
old
great.
age.
You hear that? He said Trent Green was
Trent
nice.
Green was nice.
Once again with the
I will not
disrespect.
slander. I will not.
Yeah, dude,
Put
he
some
wasn't
disrespect on
bad.
this man's
Mike.
name.
was a
Matt
saint.
Ryan and Trent Green were both good. But I mean, yeah, they're
Oh,
just
that's
not.
great.
I don't think they're elite. They're not elite.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
And Alex
Very
Smith was the number 1 pick, and Mahomes is elite, so he had a big advantage.
Well, there you guys have it. It's Tony Gonzalez. Man, just play hard. Try to win the playoffs. We're gonna end it on that. Peace out.